Welcome back, everybody, to another cryptocurrency news article. This one's coming from Bitcoin Magazine, and a French restaurant seeks to drive Bitcoin adoption by only accepting BTC for high-end menu items. So yeah, this is the story of a traditional Lyonnoise bouchon encouraging Bitcoin's adoption in a very French way. So let's go over this article. So, can Bitcoin possibly rhyme with tradition? Well, this new currency is so young and so different from the usual dollars and euros that for most people it seems disconnected from the economic reality and even further from their lives. Now, despite the fact that paying with Bitcoin is not much more complicated than paying with a credit card, it looks like for the majority, it is still a quasi-historic experience. Now, there is definitely a psychological barrier to Bitcoin's adoption, that is for sure. But to lower this barrier, what can be better than associating Bitcoin with something that is widely acknowledged and cherished? Well, something with a reputation that speaks for itself, capable of pulling Bitcoin from its shadow of internet speculation and propelling it into the realm of a legit alternative money. For French people, traditional restaurants fit this role perfectly, especially when coupled with a rare digestive and captivating story of craftsmanship and heritage. Now, this is the story of how the centennial traditions of the Lyonnois eating and drinking were harnessed to promote Bitcoin's adoption. Now, the eating. If there's one feature common to all French people, it's their shared love for eating and drinking. They have been practicing these seemingly uncomplicated things with so much passion and devotion that they have become art. Now, the city of Lyon is the capital of French gastronomy and a home to a staggering number of restaurants. Among them, the traditional bouchon holds a special place in the hearts of the French, serving traditional food in a traditional setting. It is comforting for both the stomach and the soul. Now, like many bouchons, Comptoir Brunet in the center of Lyon is a family business dishing up Lyonnoise cuisine staples like andouillettes or chicken liver cake since 1934. Now, it's different from others, however, in that it is now managed by a fervent Bitcoiner. Benjamin Baldassini fell down the rabbit hole 5 years ago after getting his IT degree. For a brief moment, he even considered contributing to the Bitcoin codebase. But after the passing of his father, he was called to uphold the family tradition and decide to take over the restaurant. After ensuring he was well equipped with perpetuating Lyon's rich gastronomic tradition, and the famous pike quenelles and crawfish sauce were as fluffy as those served under his father's direction, the new restaurateur decided to bring Bitcoin into the picture. Now, enabling Bitcoin payments was the first thing to do. As a true purist, instead of opting for an existing crypto payment solution for merchants, Benjamin put his IT degree to use and installed his own Bitcoin node. Followed by BTC Pay Server, a payment processor on the Lightning Network developed by Nicolas Dorier, another Leonos and a regular contributor to the Bitcoin projects. This free, self-hosted solution felt like the most natural choice, even if it did present some technical challenges. Now, after the restaurant staff was equipped with Bitcoin and the Lightning Network wallets, and the door sign proudly announced Bitcoin accepted here, the crushing majority of customers continued paying their parsley salted frog legs in euros. Now, to encourage payments in Bitcoin, Benjamin went further and leveraged two other very French traditions, the apéro and exquisite liqueurs. So that's when we get to the drinking aspect of it. Also, each first Wednesday of the month, French cities test their alarm system in Lyon. This also signals the Bitcoin-only apéro at Bouchon Comptoir Brunet. Now, much more than a simple pre-dinner drink, as its name would suggest, the apéro, short for apéritif, is an important part of life in France. The combination of a leisurely afternoon, snacks, and wine or beer makes for a great opportunity to gather with friends and remake the world. Now, by imposing an apparel paid only in Bitcoin, Cafe Brunet witnessed an impressive influx of the city's Bitcoiners. However, while offering the community a space to get together and spend their Bitcoin was a valuable contribution, Benjamin sensed he was still falling one step short of providing concrete incentive for Bitcoin adoption. Now, this is when he came up with a new way of introducing Bitcoin to newcomers, and a very French way at that. The only that involves mountains, monks, and centuries-old recipe of herbal digestive. Concierge, or might have already deduced it, was chartreuse, a fine herbal spirit distilled by the Chartreusien monks in the Chartreuse Mountains of southern France. Now, the formula for digestive aged with 130 herbs and flowers is well guarded, secret, and authentic chartreuse is a rare drink to find. In fact, it has become even rarer now, despite a great demand from the world's best bars and restaurants, particularly in the US. The monks have recently decided to reduce their production to maintain their spiritual health. After all, distilling chartreuse was never about business. It focused on preserving the knowledge and the heritage of the monastery, generating just enough money to sustain it, allowing monks to do their main job, pray, and contemplate. Now, the monks are selling their liquor mainly to those who have been buying it in the past, never exceeding prior quantities, and this makes the list of the chartreuse resellers extremely small, and as it happens, Bouchon Comptoir Brunet is on it. Now, the restaurant receives a fixed number of chartreuse bottles every year, including the very rare Reine de Liqueurs, the Queen of Liqueur. This is what Benjamin decided to leverage. Now, those who wish to taste the unmatched reign of the Des Liqueurs must procure themselves some sats first. They coveted a rare liquor is used as a means of promoting payments with equally coveted and rare money. Now, Bitcoin, admittedly, there's a certain elegance to this approach. Now, as any currency, Bitcoin needs to be used, and the work that is done by Benjamin and people like him all over the world to encourage Bitcoin payments is extremely important, even more so when this work is supported by the power of traditions honoring the legacies of generations of Leonones, cooks, and chartreuse monks. Now, in hindsight, Benjamin could not have better choice for promoting Bitcoin than becoming a restaurateur. So yeah, seriously, this is awesome because like just that liqueur, like that's a great idea. Like it's becoming scarce, just like how Bitcoin is scarce. There's only 21 million, no more than that, plus like probably 5 or 6 million is gone or lost forever. This rare liqueur that is a delicacy, he is leveraging that. So if you want a taste of it, you need to pay in Bitcoin, and that is just genius. So congratulations, brother, on this, and just, yeah, for what you're doing for the adoption of Bitcoin. But that is just genius. Like, it's like you can't get it. It's only the monk's only selling it to those very few people who they sold it for, and he gets a very slim supply. So again, like that makes it very special, just like how Bitcoin is. So I love hearing stories like this. But I hope you guys did enjoy this quick little article read through from Bitcoin Magazine. And if so, smash that thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and until next time, the Crypto Sherpa is out.